Hang on. We might as well play this one as well. Everybody's bragging for the ID in my Insta DMs. It's very funny. I still don't know how I feel about that vocal. Anyways, we are back once again with the Renegade Master. Jesus Christ. So how was everyone's weekend? Track is oomph. Yeah, only I don't like the vocal here. But it only makes sense to have it there. That's another thing. Pimpin' bass kicks is going quite nice. Almost at a K in 4 days. It's not bad, it's going somewhat quickly. Got 9 minutes ago. Pumping, bass kicks pumping. Pumping, bass kicks pumping. And this one is hilarious. Shall we hop straight into it? Let's see how much we got. We got quite a bit actually. Let's see. I think this is gonna be the first one. Track JD or Momo, are you here? I'm gonna assume not because it's 24th of April, it's 4 days ago. Why aren't you here? Why posted in the feedback channel? Okay, he's not here. DJ Kinetic. Yo, we're gonna look through it really quickly and get. Okay, house. Acid house or something. Yeah, acid house, that's not bad. Is DJ Kinetic here? I'm also gonna assume not because he's offline. I think I've never seen this guy post anything else. Okay, let's quickly take a peek again. Oh, it's like 2018 hard techno. That's cool. Sebastio. Is Sebastio here? We're gonna go through it really quickly like this. God damn. Yes, let's check it. Cash in the bag.
My boy said the style was legit. Cash in the back, clutch slipping, belly quit. Pull up in the whip, and she know me like a bit. No time for the shit, know we
Okay, right off the bat, you're going into it with way too much energy, which is not going to be playable. I've also done this with a track, and it starts out like even more slow than this, and that's already very hard to play. So this is going to be close to unplayable. Your sub on your kick also goes out of reach for the subwoofers. Try to at least stay above 35 hertz with your kicks, because it's not gonna... No sub on a club system is gonna hit 28. It will completely disappear. Sometimes, from what I've seen at least, I've seen that in festival setups, they sometimes even high pass those frequencies. No, I know, but considering 95% of the DJs nowadays can not even do beat matching anymore. Yeah, don't high pass it. That's very bad to do. Just redo the sub on your kick. Yeah, consider with your arrangement, then people are so bad at DJing that you have to make it very easy to play, because then everybody is going to be able to play your shit. I'm not going to name any names, but there's a lot of artists that are actually on quite big stages that can hardly make a basic transition. Just going to drop 16 bars of just a kick in there, and then this. It's definitely not boring, I'll give you that, but the arrangement does not make sense in my eyes. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit too fast paced. Like it's almost too fast. Like even here. That's too fast. You have to get some silence in there. I also feel like you don't stick to the 16 bar rule here. Saying we start off with like either 2 or 4 bars, I'm unsure, in the beginning before the kick hits. I feel like it's too fast. I feel like there's not enough contrast, because it instantly just sort of sweeps into that. Okay, I feel like there's 2 different ideas going on here, because you first have this vocal, which kind of gives me like a sort of Toxic Machinery feel, and this is more like a pop EDM break, I'll almost say, like almost some Winston with schrans. This is very nicely made though. This sounds very good actually. Okay, well now you have a little issue, because this kick actually has more power than your main kick. Yeah, the sort of hardstyle kick carries more volume somehow than your primary kick. I think because this is so low, my headphones don't quite reach it. Going that low with your sub, I don't really see a point. All the way to A sharp 0, that's, yeah, 28 hertz is not gonna be... There's no point in your sub going this low, because almost nothing can recreate it, and the things that can recreate it are gonna have a high pass on it. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to hear it in your car that low. Yeah, this one is very nice. This one is like pretty much not as low as you can go, because you can go at like the lowest I would go is like 38 hertz or something, or like 37, 38 hertz, but after that it just gets yeah, I would love to hear that Cash in a Bag vocal come through more. like take some reference tracks, how they like put it in the start, where you just kind of have like cash in the back, dun 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 dun, put the cash in the dun 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 dun, do some shit like that in the intro. Yeah, 38 hertz is like the very, very lowest you can go. I would not recommend going that low. I sometimes do it, but I feel like it loses a little power. I'm personally more chilling with my kicks around 40 hertz. But my kicks take up pretty much the whole low end. Like, as you can see, this has sort of still a sweeping down motion, which is the pitch, like lowering. And I use atonal kicks, which look like this. Oh, this one is actually, I actually shifted it into one. Yeah, this one is a little bit more atonal. Perfectly placed in yeah, exactly. F and G are very nice to have. Doing this is also very difficult to get to sound anywhere near good, or you're gonna have a kick that looks something like this. This one does sound nice live, I will say, but on headphones not so much. I know Wave doesn't like this at all. Always cracks me up. Hang on, oh god. Yeah, but more of the cash in the back vocal. Also, I would, if it was properly mixed, I'd like it. Yeah, but none of the techno on SoundCloud is properly mixed anymore. That's one of the better mixes I've heard, actually, the Ice Cream Man. This is one of the better ones nowadays. Actually, it's very nice compared to 95%. But yeah, maybe compare some tracks, how they use the vocal, and also just like take 3 tracks and copy the arrangement of it, because the arrangement does not make any sense yet. Yeah, no, I will literally start over with the arrangement, or at least with the layout of the arrangement. The arrangement like this is fine, but the layout isn't right. Also stick to the 16 bar rule. Just make like these little arrows at 16, and if you don't know where the next one is going to be, just copy this and then just go over like that and make an arrow every time, so you can see on 33, 49. Then it's going to be really, really easy to DJ no matter what you do. I think that's all I have to say about this track. Triplets, the leader, work in progress. Oh, triplets. Let's see what Wave is doing with the triplets. Wanted to conventional experimental, but of course it shall feel good live. Yeah, the flow, exactly. You can go unconventional on shit, but just stick to the 16 bar rule. It will make everybody's life, including yours, so much easier. Triplets, delirious work in progress. Oh god, this is one of those polyrhythm things, aren't it? It's so off-putting to have the rumble of the kick in triplets as well. Oh yeah, this is gonna be some polyrhythm type shit. Well, it's gonna turn out as a polyrhythm, sort of. No, it's not full polyrhythm. Now, sometimes I accidentally make polyrhythms when I stack straight rhythms with triplets, which is very weird. I don't do it anymore. I used to do it a while ago. I actually don't know that much about polyrhythms, if I'm being honest. It's very punchy and almost hypnotical, if you know what I mean. I mess with it. Yeah, it's almost like tribe, yeah. Yeah, the gators. The lady in the background. It reminds me of a very old meme, the rhythm or something. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. It reminds me of this. I have no clue why. It fits perfectly, pretty much. Only it needs to be sped up just a bit so it's on beat. Yeah, there we go. Now it's on beat. This is the feeling this track invokes on me. I can't really give a solid explanation on why. Yeah, very fun track. Oh god, it's playing in the background. We'll leave it there. Yeah, we don't really have anything to say. I would maybe make it into a full track with like, well, I mean, it is a full track. Only it's shorter for your usual submissions. Usually your tracks are like 6 minutes. This one is only 4. Actually, I quite like it. I don't really have too much to say about it. If that's alright. It sounds very pumping. It almost had me like klaplongen. Let me see if I can do that still. It's like the perfect track for klaplongen, but at like a low BPM, or the percolator. It also reminds me of. Hang on. Like. I don't know. This track makes me think of like 1,000 ways you can dance to it, which is fun. I think that's a very good thing. Ilya, why did you send your own track that I mastered for feedback? You already know what I think of it. Okay, Zersha, fucking lose it. Let's go. Okay, instant aneurysm kick. Jesus Christ. This is probably one of the weirdest waveforms I've ever seen on a kick. It's like a triangle wave kick, but you hard clipped it, so it turns into partly a square wave. That's like a identity crisis. I want to be a square wave and a triangle wave at the same time. It's very unique. I feel like it's a little bit too distorted. Yeah, your vocal almost disappears underneath your kick. I'm assuming you're using limiting. Fucking hell, that just slapped me in the face. It's super stereo sub. But actually, we'll see it through the fingers because it's normal for this genre at this point. I'm gonna stop making comments on stereo sub. Just because I haven't found a single track besides my own in industrial techno where it's normal to have mono sub. So I'm gonna make it, consider it from this stream forward, industrial techno has full stereo sub. I really wonder how this sounds mono. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I will make the sub mono. That's definitely what I would do. To be honest, the mix is not that bad. Just like don't run it plus 20 dB into a clipper or limiter. It's almost as stereo as it is mono. Oh, I feel like that transition does not make too much sense here. I feel like you're letting the melody play here while it's not meant to be playing here. Like, cut it out here. Why did you carry that on? Because you have like the break, just like endless smile that out a little bit and then just have that middle part there and then just go back into him. Yeah, okay, this goes way too fast. It's like 4 bars and then instantly a roll kick. That's a nice roll kick, I'll give you that. Not enough kick roll. So if you're doing roll kicks, you need to have a kick roll. Pretty much every 4th kick there needs to be a kick roll. Like if I'm arranging raw kicks, it's gonna look something like this. Let me actually just grab a raw kick really fast. Let's just type OPS and I should find something. Sure, let's do this. So we're just gonna quickly write down a couple of notes like this. Roll kicks are also very fun to do in triplets, so we're just gonna quickly grab some triplets, and there's some rhythms you can throw in here. I can't talk while I'm arranging this, so hang on. Here, this is an example of a pretty standard rhythm you will see in raw style tracks, or you can even do it with industrial. Let me see. Just quickly. Like. Especially with industrial, using triplets for your kicks. Yeah, just doing your tracks in triplets can introduce some interesting rhythms that you don't see too often. I like the rhythm in the kick though. That's definitely an OPS slash Technovault screech. It's very obvious.
I'm about to fucking do. I'm about to fucking do. I'm about to fucking do. I'm about to fucking do.
Volume difference there is not great enough. You need to have like a -4, -3 dB utility on your master, so the drop actually sounds powerful. Yeah, the mix is very bad here. Total clusterfuck, holy shit. That's close to unlistenable. No, it's too much. That's too much. That's just noise at this point. Just white noise with sub and a vocal. That's barely hearable. Yeah, that's unlistenable. It's also... I don't think I've seen a track that's that stereo probably ever. No, bro, this last part is unlistenable. Well, you gotta fix the mix here. This is unlistenable. It's like white noise. Yeah, left mode. Yeah, it's like white noise with just a sub and a vocal. It's almost like terror if you just double the BPM. No, it's too intense. That's too much. Makes me like pull away. Yeah, it takes a lot for me to say that. But I think it's more or less just a screech because you don't sidechain it. It's just too much. And that's coming from someone who listens to the fucking weirdest music you can imagine. Like for example this shit. Yeah, I think you get the point. In all seriousness, have the kicks improved? Yes, definitely. They're a lot louder. Okay, Ilya's track with the melody I despise, but we're still gonna listen to it. Yeah, no, they have pretty much. There's not too much you can do with screeches anymore. Oh yeah, Ilya, for the next time you're gonna send something for mastering, send it in like -6. Because here I was working, I didn't have any dynamics to work with really. But luckily in Boschka it doesn't matter too much. But for example, that ride comes through just a little bit too loud for my liking. Oh, I hate this melody. Yeah, for the end, I feel. How long did you pull this through again? Yeah, like elements-wise, nothing much changes in the end. You know, you have this sort of build-up here towards this break, but after that, it just pretty much carries on. I feel like you can end the track almost at 3:30. No, I mastered this one. Yeah, it's arrangement-wise. I feel like there's we still have some points where we can go over, but for Boschka, this is pretty fine actually. I've seen some tracks from our Boschka that are just 6 minutes long with nothing happening, just like a 17 bar loop stretch to 6 minutes. So at least you put in the time to do at least something with the arrangement. Yeah, of course. I also give feedback on my own music sometimes, where you just take a step back and think, is this actually as good as I think? I'm always very hard on myself. That's the only way you can improve. If you like everything you do and like straight off, yeah, this is great, this is amazing. I feel like I only doubled the notes in the melody. And that fills up how long? That fills up more than half of the track. I would maybe do another like break here or something. Just keep it interesting. React to XQC making songs in FL. Does he make music? Oh, I feel like it's gonna be some Tim the Mouse type beat or something. XQC making. We'll react to it. Is there like clips?
Don't need music. Like this is just like a baby can figure this out over time. It's just like blocks. Like you're finding noises you like and stuff. You don't really need theory. Fuck all that shit.
Okay, now I do pattern. I go set.
Okay, I think you need theory.
Okay, I think you need theory. Okay, let's quickly scroll through this. There's no reason for him to use Serum 2. Why the fuck does he have a Hoover? Oh my god. Don't tell me he likes that. We're gonna skip through this, by the way. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, let's see the melody. That's not the worst melody I've heard. I feel like it's better than Ilya's one. God damn it. Yeah, I would take that over. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ilya. Excuse me, yes. Better melody. Okay, let's see it.
And the NFI, right?
Oh my god, it's false as fuck. Yeah, it's gonna be a Tim Mouse type beat.
I can remember. Whatever. I think it'll be fun. Remember the one at the bottom. Like sitting. Hold on.
I wanna hear the final beat. He's spending so much time on doing practically nothing. Oh my god. Aneurysm type beat.
I like that.
Okay, let's scroll to the end. Let's see what he made in an hour. Okay, so he has 3 melodies and that's it. 2 melodies.
Unique.
He has 2 melodies that I think I can make this something like this in less than 5 minutes.
Make unique. Then. Cut. What I would. A lot.
Oh, bro, he's doing automation. Dear God. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing actually. FL looks like such a pain in the ass to use it. I don't understand why people like it. Everything is so difficult to do in FL. I mean, it's not as bad as I expected.
I don't really need
Oh, we've seen that one already. Okay, it's a sick beat. Let's see. This last one we're gonna watch. Oh, this is gonna look atrocious. I already know it. Oh yeah.
The bell?
The bell finishes it. Doom. Oh my god. Oh, every patch on this thing is so fucking bad. It's like almost... It's almost like I'm almost impressed with how bad this synth is that he's using. I bet this is stock FL plugin. Dear God, this is like actually giving me an aneurysm watching this. Okay, just show me the finished beat, bro.
Chat. Why? A fucking massive.
Mamma mia. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna continue watching this. This is literally giving an aneurysm. Okay. Moving on. Opask. Totally original techno bootleg. Let's see how totally original this is. Is Opask here? Am I even still visible? Because I feel like it's... Oh my god. It's gone completely dark now. God damn, sometimes my hair looks fucked up. Do you like the towels back there? Okay. Neo. C. Low. 5. Okay, let's give him an aneurysm reading that. Oh, closer. Jesus Christ, good morning. Holy fuck, that's loud. And I'm gonna turn down my volume just a bit. That is incredibly loud.
Turn the lights off in this place, and she shines just like a star. And I swear I know her face, I just don't know who you are. Turn the music up in here, I still hear her loud and clear. Like
I feel like that bell sound has the harmonics of that are way too loud.
in my ear, telling me that she
I don't know the vocal actually, so I find it quite unique. Oh, I like how the face inverts. That's very cool. That's very cool. Oh, it's just the volume. It looks like you've inverted the face almost. I sometimes do that as well.
I just can't pull myself away from you.
I feel like this is quite EDM-y arrangement for a techno track. Like very, very short drop, straight into another very long breakdown. I feel like playing this live might take away too much of the energy when you have these massive breaks.
I just can't pull myself away from you.
Maybe stretch the drops just a tiny bit. Y'all have some space. 3 minutes 44 is quite short for a track. Mix is very clean, by the way. I really like Icky's arrangement, to be honest. Like, this is probably not going to be the best comparison I can do, but Icky holds the tempo very nice, even in his breaks. Wait, let's use yeah, push the ignition, why not? Like, he has breaks like this. You see, you still have some rhythm, which doesn't take away the energy too much. I very much... You don't lose any rhythm, and in yours you take away pretty much the entirety of the energy here. If you were to play this in like a larger setting, people would go like, would get bored, I would almost say, Just from that silent part there.
I just can't pull myself.
Well, this is nice. Here you have some rhythm. Oh god. Bro, please tell me you have at least have some definition in your high-end this time, Benice. Or like some transient. I would really love some transient instead of that white noise. What's up underneath? Oh god. I'm afraid. Oh yeah, it's gonna be no definition high-end again. It's fine. I will tell you the same thing I always do. From a listening perspective, it's definitely not boring. This is also very fun. Average Monday roast. Yeah, I think I've said all my thoughts for this track. Maybe hold a little bit more rhythm throughout the track, especially in the breaks. That might compensate for the very short drops. Moving on to Evil DS. Okay, just hop straight into it. Yes, I've seen you in the chat. Hey, no worries. Thanks for checking in. I feel like maybe it's a little silent. Yeah, -9 LUFS. Maybe introduce some different pitches in the sub you have. Because it's just one consistent frequency. Very spacey sound design. I do like that. I feel like that's never gonna happen. The timing of the comment. I feel like having some more high-end got benefit as well, like 85 to 80 more. God, give it some more clearness. It sounds too much like an MP3 or something. I can't quite explain it. Just get some more high-end in there, because it tapers off quite a lot. Maybe some harsher compression, some gentle saturation and an EQ. On your heads. I don't know if I specified that. Yeah, maybe some more compression overall in your track. That's all I have to say for this one. Let's see, who do we have next? Kintsugi, let's see what he has for us today. Please don't go demo. That's me vaping in my room, one of these. No worries. I feel like the kick and vocal are out of key with the melody you have in the background. It sounds off, and it's almost like a little off-putting as well. I'm gonna have to crank the volume on this one as well quite a lot. Yeah, the vocal is definitely out of key. Maybe get some auto-tune on that vocal. And like pitch it in a different way. I'm not having any issues with my Ableton not responding. I like it as well, but it's out of key. Wait, did I have my mic off? Yeah, fuck. Also for the tension building, I feel like you can do a whole lot more tension building. I mean, you're only having one snare roll in here. That's very in the background, almost unhearable if you have your volume softer. So I would affect the rest of the channels in your track as well to build more tension, because there's not much tension building going on at the moment. It's gonna sound much more soothing once you fix the key, because it's very unnatural as of now. Yeah, same thing for tension building here. I feel like changing up the melody and rhythm could also help, because it's currently very still. It's very repeating, you know. You have the same screech, the same melody, like this may be good up till here, but you need to have some changes in your song. Your mic clips, is it? Am I screaming that loud? It seems I am. God damn it, let me just turn that down. Just twist like there we go, that should be better. Okay, moving on to the next one, I guess. Oh, here go my ears. Chroma Bakvet, hat-trick. Oh god, I still have my volume up from the last track. Let's turn that down. Have to update the file. Too bad. We're gonna listen to it. No, I'll give you a second. We'll move on to Kale with some very nice cover art in the meantime. Kale, are you here? Ketamin in Kopf. Ketamin in Kopf. Yes, he's here. Let's go. Feel like I could turn it up just a tad. Jesus Christ. Oh, that definitely sets a mood instantly. That cover art is sick, by the way. does give me some like raw style vibes. Like the atmosphere and the big sub. It's very, very stereo. Kick has no punch. Well, it is, but it's a white noise punch. But I don't see a punch or transient coming through, or here. It's just very washed out as of now. Your first one has a punch, but after that, no. Make sure to resample your kick that you make, and just play it as just a sample. I'm gonna assume this has a fuck ton of processing on the kick. Same for this kick. This one has some frequency that pops through, only very little, around 560 Hz. It reminds me a little bit of Hades. Sup is good on the kick.
Hello. You don't know me, but I know you.
Yes.
If you're listening,
Too much processing ruins your kicks. Keep it as simple as
I
possible.
have a question for you. What is the price of life? Is one human life worth more than another?
Jesus Christ.
For die.
Sound design and feel of the track is insane. Yeah, please like resample your kick. Very important. Otherwise it's gonna sound like this. Yeah, the Reese is very cool. It honestly does indeed. If you clean up the kick, it's gonna be so much better. This one has a little bit of a punch. That's hearable. But most of it falls away again as well. If you fix the kick, like fix your transients overall in your track. I don't hear too much transients, if any. It's very washed out as of now. But this is like a... If the kick was good, it will be like an 8.5 out of 10. Which is very rare for me to give. But with the kick washed out like this, it's gonna be a 4. ID is an 8.5 though. The kick is not great. It's great sound design wise, but it just doesn't sound punchy, doesn't sound like in your face or have much definition. Okay, Chroma, which one do you want me to listen to? Also, let's quickly just take my track for comparison, or anything of me. Let's compare it quickly to like pumping bass kicks. No, actually, like Burn the Crowd, why not? You can very clearly hear the punch, that tuck, 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 tuck. It's very in your face, which is great. Also with this kick, this one has probably the best transient I've done so far. You know, super clicky and in your face. That's really what you want. Even on the second kick. This one. You really want that ka ka ka. The bottom one is, okay, top track. The bottom one is the soft track. Bye bye ears, I guess. Cool. Let me get my hearing protection in. That had to come out. It's not that bad. I can hear a little bit of transient, which is nice for a change. Oh yeah, with Frick, another server member. Let's stack Frick real quick. Oh, that glitch effect is really sick. Yeah, that's fire. That's very nice. What hearing protection do I use? I have custom made ones, which are very nice. Also a little bit expensive, but it's definitely worth it. I've got a minus 15 dB thing in it, damper. Effectrix, I gotta look into that. Jesus Christ. This looks like Glitch 2, kind of, but better. I'm gonna look into this one. Actually, very nice track, this one. God damn it. I just don't want my stream to get banned. I know on Twitch you can talk about it. I'm not sure on YouTube. I like the scream in the background. You know what? This track gives me White Monster energy. You know, sometimes you see people drinking those with like a girlfriend, and you know they're going home to punch. They're also fucking piss magnets because of they're like half a liter. Jesus Christ. I'm not good in that sometimes. Oh god, I low-key want to watch that back. How stupid did that look? Bro's crashing out. Oh god, that's worse than I have imagined. Oh, that's atrocious. I'm never gonna do that again. This shit will blow your heart up too. I still feel like the mix could be cleaner, especially the high end. Sure. shortening like the decay and release could help on that. I feel like it's clipping a little bit too hard as well. Turn it down the clipping just a bit. You don't need -3, get it to like -5. That's gonna sound much better. That's all the feedback I have for this track. I'm actually very curious about this one. But first, PTSD generator.
The number you have dialed is not
7 minutes is a little long, bro.
message after the beep.
We might skip through it. 6.5, by the way, not 7. This one is a little bit cleaner. Your sub does not carry that much weight. I feel like your sub should be a little bit lower. It's currently between 60 and 144. Feel like facing in maybe some like low sub note in like 40 hertz could work. Okay, we're gonna skip through it a little bit.
You have dialed is not available.
Don't miss me.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's cool. Very nice.
I love you.
I feel like leaving out the kick here where you have that little effect could help as well. I don't know where the effect happens. I think it happens here again. Never mind. Yeah, there. Cut out one kick, just to give that give that more definition.
Hello? Yes, please help me. I think my girlfriend is trying to kill herself.
W vocal. Yeah, this one also has White Monster energy. Now an ice snare, okay. I call this track White Monster Generator. No, I'm kidding. PTSD Generator is a fire name. I mean, your tracks are kind of growing on me, I will say. Actual nice track again, bro. W track. Okay, let's see what Frick and KO have made, because I'm that curious about this one. I'm gonna send this clip to Frick. He's gonna be laughing his ass off. Is K-Hole still here? We're gonna check the track regardless because it's Frick in the name. And it's from Curse System. I love my Curse System. Let's go. I have some high expectations from this one. Same washed out transient. The first one hits hard, but after that it doesn't hit. Yeah, the first transient, you can also see it here. It's very nice and big. But after that, your transient completely disappears. Here you have some definition in your first one. After that, it just disappears. Jesus fucking Christ, man. This is fucking evil as fuck. It kind of reminds me of my track on Curse System, actually. Horror sample pack. Horror sample packs are great for finding stream samples. Fucking evil as fuck, Jesus Christ. Kind of has the same energy as this one though. That's fine, bro. Don't worry. Bro, my kicks are so different from the ladder though. I like my kicks with like a very short punch. The screech on this one is crazy though. Horror samples. I use these specs. Take a screenshot if you want it. I'll leave it open for a bit. How do I get that stereo image? You don't want that stereo image. This is too much actually. Especially the sub is almost fully stereo. Jesus Christ, I do kind of like it. Porca Madonna. My stuff feels so calm compared to this. Yeah, these kicks are seriously insane. Holy fuck. I'm too clean to make kicks like these, I think. I like my kicks to be a little different in my tricks. But since recently, I'm also fucking a little bit more with stuff like this, if I'm being honest. It's like actually like, you know, it has that feeling. I can't explain it any other way. What's the most insane track that I've ever made? That's, I think, the best compliment you can get from me. No, but when I go for like insane kicks, it turns into like... You know? Putana also has one crazy kick. Putana! But it's not as crazy as that. Yeah, this one is
Dead man tell no tale.
Yeah, we may have found a kick that tops mine, which is insane. Well, then of course I can just pull out something like, hang on. Something like this. I'm sampling these. Hell no. There's copyright on these actually. Which I put in myself, so. When I did the sub way too low. Hang on. This one is quite nice. These one are quite recent actually. Thanks for the free sample. I'm just gonna keep talking over them. I can't show y'all anything, god damn. This one is also nice. This one is the aneurysm kick. Jesus Christ. Hang on, let me see if I had one which was absolutely stupid. I think it's more up here. This one was also funny. I think I forgot what's it. Yeah, this one. Of the kinderkrakers. I had one which was like really weird, but hang on. Why can't I find it? Yeah, these ones. This one. It just turns into like a perfect square wave at the end. I can actually show you guys how you actually do something like that to a kick. I'm gonna... Like this one. This one is super atonal. I'm gonna quickly show you guys how you can turn the sub into a square wave. You tried? No, I don't have it. I only make my kicks by just EQing. I'm gonna show you guys a quick trick. Okay, so first we're gonna find like the harmonic of the kick. Which is this. When it sounds sounding like that, you found it. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna automate when you want that to start. So you're just gonna go like this. And at the end, you're gonna drop it off to 0 again. Now we're gonna play a little bit with the cue to get super tight. And then get the skill doing that. Now you're just gonna give it a little bit more outro power. Okay, are you guys ready for the trick? Alright, now the stupid part comes. Okay, are you ready? We're just gonna make a layer to resample it. Hey, we need a clipper. Completely forgot about that. Let's use K-clip. Let's put it on crisp. There we go. Now we're just gonna hit resample. Actually, I fucked it up. Let me see what I did wrong. No, just not a perfect square wave for whatever reason. But it's still pretty funky. Let's just cut it, face align. No, I mean just like cut off the sub, consolidate it, and now you have a new kick. Jesus Christ, that one is really stupid. Yeah, but you know what? Let's see what happens if we move out the EQs lower, like just like 26. Why not? There you go. That's a proper kick. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is low-key how I make my kicks. I might have shown a little bit too much. There we go. We actually got it now. That's it. That's it. That's what we wanted. Now you just adjust the gain volume. And now you get that square wave offbeat sub, which is hilarious. Consolidate that. Let's see the stupidness of this kick. Let's actually hear it. Okay, the punch sounds like absolute shit, but it's still very funny to me. It's so stupidly ridiculous that it becomes funny. But that's how you get that square wave offbeat sub. Reminds me of one track with the red satellite discs. I've got absolutely no clue what you're talking about. Anyways, let's quickly hop into a track I was working on earlier. Collab actually. But it's not officially a collab yet. But it might become one soon. Oh, Laprox has also gifted us something. Let's quickly show you guys the break. Let's see what you guys think of this break. I'm trying out some new arrangement things to keep it more interesting. It's almost completely unmixed, by the way. It's just a rough idea. I put it together in like half an hour. Just a bunch of ideas thrown together, honestly. We're clipping hard as fuck, Jesus Christ.
Kick the flow.
Oh yeah, I don't have... Let's see if it works now.
Kick the flow.
But pretty fun idea, right? Especially the melody. Very simple melody. These need a K-hole kick. It needs more volume. Yeah, I've not done much processing on this. More or less just I fucked ton of automation. It's just pretty normal. It's getting must, but yeah, I didn't mix it. Yeah, bro. Like she just did some processing and made a... I always do the arrangement first. Well, I start with an ID. I make some arrangement, put a kick under it. Like I'm quarter of the way to the track now. If I fix the arrangement, then I'm gonna start mixing it. I do mixing at the very, very end. I do some like slight volume adjustments throughout the track. But it's unmixed. Okay, let's get back to feedback. Laprax. Oh yeah, it's not played through here. Bro, can I send you the pre-master of the track? Yeah, sure, let's do it. Start out only with the kick, not with a melody instantly as well. Because you can bring that in later. You just want this to be an intro. Then you can stretch the track longer as well again. Punch and sub do not sound coherent. Feels like you have like a tiny punch on top of like a massive sub. Yeah, it actually looks like that in the waveform as well. Your punch is like minus 19. It needs to be 18 dB louder, your punch, in order for it to pump through. Your sub is also too low and doesn't really move air like this. Sounds like your kick sounds maybe a little bit like you're trying to start a lawnmower. I'm very sorry. There's this sort of crunchy mid movement in there, which sounds like that. Yeah, definitely see what you're going for. The main issue is your kick. I will try another attempt at a kick. Yeah, your punch needs to be way louder and you need to fade in that sub. I would practice more with making kicks. I think that's gonna be a first start because and arrangement, yeah. Arrangement and kicks. You have IDs, I can hear that. Compare arrangement from other tracks to yours and see what you can learn by just looking at the arrangement. Best advice I can give you. There's not really enough I can give feedback on here. Moving on. Can I have some questions about reference tracks? Sure, go for it. We're also gonna... Is Alexander Lopez here? Welcome, Kinetic Taz. Is Alexander Lopez here? Last call for Alexander Lopez. Otherwise, we're gonna skip. Yes, I'm doing good. How are you, Kinetic Tess? Very last goal for Alexander Lopez. Yes, we're gonna skip it. The KO pre-master. Let's quickly check that. Yeah, you already lose your punch in this one, so it's not mastering stage. Hang on. So old school Schranz is mixed pretty basically, and I noticed that a lot of sub garbage, but headphones aren't enough to notice the difference. Do I high pass the reference tracks? Hang on. Let me read it again. So old school Schranz is mixed pretty basic. And I noticed there's a lot of sub garbage. My headphones aren't enough to notice the difference. Do I just high pass? Do whatever sounds good. But I wanted to high pass the reference tracks. I'm not too sure about that, bro. No worries. See, do you guys have any other questions for today? Actually, that's a good point. It's question time. If anybody has any questions, I'm here to answer them. Just write them in chat. Wave can probably also answer some of them. He maybe has some input. Yep, I meant to click it away. Otherwise, we're gonna end the stream for tonight. Assuming we don't have use spend on the reference tracks in your own to. Oh, Alexander. Oh, you're watching the stream, but you're not in chat. Okay. Let's do it like that. It's fine. There's a chat on YouTube, by the way. We're not using it through Discord. Can I use Ableton Shaper to shape the transient on the sub? You can't really have transient in your sub. God damn, that's also rough. Volume wise, yes, but I don't really see a point in having transient in your sub. This track is unmastered, I'm gonna assume.
Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Straight from hell.
It reminds me a little bit of Santos.
Welcome to hell.
Your mix sounds fine, honestly. Yeah, it's quite a solid track. I feel like the arrangement does not make the most sense, but it's fine. Yeah, that's true. Well, this definitely slaps though. I like the super distorted kick. Very rough, and I like that. Yeah, of course, Kale. Not too many issues I can point out. Maybe you overuse the vocal a little bit, but apart from that, it's fine. And maybe make an outro here already. 5 minutes is a little long. I would hold it at 4.5. Yeah, you have the outro here. Just move it 16 bars to the left, and you should be good. But pretty solid track. Skibbity dub dub dub, yes yes. Skibbity dub dub, yes yes. Let's see if I'm gonna sing that over the drop. I'm gonna show you. Can you actually send me a kick, KO, in DM? I'll show you how you can fix it. Bring back bass and kick. Bro, look at this. Don't tell me this has a fuck ton of bass. This almost has no mids at all. I feel like this has a little bit down the track. Let's see if we can get a kick out of this. Out of this file. And let's see if we can fix this kick. Let's do a quick kick fix. Also good for any of you who are struggling with getting a solid transient in your kick. Is there a clean kick you have in here? What BPM is this? 166. That can't be right. It must be 170. I think I'm right on 170. Let's quickly check it. Hang on. That's weird. Your kicks don't really line up at all on grid. No, it's not 170, bro. It's 180. No, it's not. What the hell? Oh, is it in triplets? No, but that. Eh? Your kicks make no sense. There's no correct BPM for them. Yeah, one kick is early and one kick is late. That's really weird. This, it's like using my analog gear. It's just randomly place the kicks. That's giving me like an aneurysm. KO, what's the BPM? You said 170, but it's definitely not 170. No, it's unwarped. It's completely off grid. This one's late. This one's pretty on point, but still not quite there. And then this one becomes earlier. That means it's a higher BPM. I feel like it's not 1/4. I can't wrap my head around this. I can't do anything with it as of now. Can you look into why this is doing it? Because if this is with all your tracks, it's gonna be unplayable for DJs. I'm gonna assume this is gonna be unplayable. Let's quickly try it in record box. Let's see what record box says. Because I can't figure this out. This is making my head spin. Whatever you want to say. Twink. Collab. Let's see. I have to get used to this newer version. Okay, this one says it's 175. Like perfectly. Now let's put the marker on here. Yeah, it's 175. Okay, I'm just very stupid. Oh yeah, it's 175. Well, it's kind of hard to figure out. Why did you say 170 though? That completely threw me off. Let me see if I can find a clean kick here. And you have that sort of thing in the background. I feel like... This is gonna be your best shot this game. Okay. Let's quickly analyze this waveform. Am I still hearable like this, by the way? Yeah, I think I should be. Hang on, can I hang the mic from like my neck, and maybe clamp the cable with my back? I feel like this you can hear me pretty okay, right? It's a little bit uncomfortable. We're gonna have to make do with it. I really have to get a mic stand. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna split the kick up in some layers. So we're gonna make a quick sub layer. Let's make this one mono. Sounds good. Now we're gonna make some room for the punch to go through. Let's make a punch out of this one. So we're gonna get rid of most of the sub. As of now, it's not a punch. It's just white noise, as you can hear. It's all just white noise because you don't have a harmonic that really pops through. So now we're gonna find. Okay, we found the first harmonic that we're gonna boost. gonna introduce some punch. Hear the difference now. This was it before. After. A lot cleaner and punchier. And what you can usually get, what I hope I can get away with for this. Okay, full stereo cancelling. That's weird. Okay, now we're gonna have to resample this one really quickly. And we're gonna make a transient out of this one. Can do it a little bit longer. And this one is going to be incredibly loud. Like actually like that. And now we're going to mess around a little bit with the placement of these. Is this doable in MIDI as well? No, it's not. Make your kicks always with audio. In MIDI this is impossible, sadly. Now we're gonna just add like a filler punch. Something like this is gonna work great. Those automations are dancing, hell yeah. We want this one coming. I don't work with these sort of kicks. What happens if we actually do this one on here but invert it? It's hard to get this one sounding powerful, if I'm being honest. I'm too clean with working with these. Rope. Where the fuck do we go? All the way over here. Also, there's some background noise in the kick, so I'm not gonna be able to get it like spot on perfect, but we're gonna get pretty close, I feel like. is, I don't really know how to treat these sort of kicks. But I feel like my best shot is gonna be just resampling it and taking it out. Yeah, that loses the idea of the kick too much. Let me see if I can get that character back in there. Resample it really quickly and see if we can do it like that. But I think you get the idea of this. Yeah, see, that's already a big improvement over this. Just look at the difference. What do you think is going to sound more powerful? Simpler, faster harmonic? Is the second kick okay? Well, let me check. Does it have where does it here? Okay, let's quickly compare this kick to what we have in the end. What do you think if you look at this kick and one I just made? I see a little bit of transient, but not too much. If you really want this first part, you can see in here, and after that it's all fair game what you do. I really don't mind, but it needs to have like a saturated piece like this where it's just complete noise. That's really gonna give it that that bang, that impact that you want, like someone is hitting you straight in the skull. Like this one sounds kind of similar to the Putana kick, but let's compare it again. What about stereo image? I really don't care about the stereo image when I'm making kicks. I just base mono it on my chain when I'm making something. As you can see, my kicks have quite a bit of stereo image as well, but if you check the phase, it doesn't really matter because it's pretty much completely in phase. There's very slight differences in like exact position, but overall the phase is so similar that it's not gonna really make a difference when you base mono it. For my kicks at least. Like if we base mono this one, like 200 hertz, you can now see that it has disappeared visually, but hearable on headphones at least, it's not even hearable. Yeah, of course, then you use the reverb in the highs that I have. But you don't lose pretty much any information. Sounds much better with bass mono in my studio. Yeah, of course, I always do bass mono on my kicks. But that's just mixing, you know. I just, when I'm... All my kicks have bass mono, bro. All my tracks have bass mono. Sometimes it's it looks weird on the scale because of the way how I master, but believe me, it's bass mono. But let's take Putana, for example. It's gonna have some information, which is normal, but I definitely have bass mono on there. Earlier in mixing feels like a sound design for kicks. Yeah, I'm pretty much doing sound design for kicks. I'm actually curious. What happens if we have one with bass mono and one without, and we stereo invert this one? Here, that's the difference. It's not a lot. I guess that's just a difference in workflow. But in the end result, it doesn't really matter, you know, because it's my samples that I always mix in the same way. The difference is pretty minor, I would say. And your kicks are so much different from mine. Mine are just like punch with a bass fading in, and they're a little bit. Wave, I would love to see you make a kick like this Putana kick. It's gonna be a lot more difficult than I think you can imagine. I'm really curious to see your approach to making something like that. Yeah, they all sound kind of like shit. Doesn't matter. I'm also shitting on my kicks. No, it has a very specific sort of workflow, workaround things that you have to do in order for it to sound good. It took me quite a while to get to making kicks like these. Let's just... I always try to make these, then fix everything and then like it, and it ends up sounding like my kicks. That's completely fine. If we go to like my older kicks, yeah, like some shit like this, you can clearly see it still goes off the same workflow. It's just a lot more extra information than I used to do. But I know you like my old kicks a lot. I still do like them though. Use these as layers. Yeah, I can. Sometimes hear that in your tracks. Let's see how many kicks I've made in the last time. I started this like 10 months ago. So we have about 650 kicks because the ASDs are in here as well. So about, I would say right about 600 since July. That's not taking in like the small things like my raw kicks that I made a while back. These actually should go in here as well. Jesus Christ, I have so much kicks in so many different genres too. You name it, I have a kick of it. Even like basic EDM kicks. I have so much weird shit. Hey guys, but thank you so much for watching. I think I'm gonna call the stream quits for tonight. So, see you later, alligator. We're going bye bye.